apologize for my anger. I'm trying to figure this out. Sick of it. I really am. I'm sick of us coming out here and putting forth.
I'm not gonna lie, I was actually shocked that Deion Sanders was this mad about it and was this upset because I didn't think he would be. Another night, another prime time video. It feels like it's been a minute since we said that intro, but guys, I'm gonna be honest with all of you. It seems like and appears like Deion Sanders was pretty dang mad after that Arizona State game and currently still is mad. I'm going to show you a video clip of what Deion had to say and you can be the judge for yourself. For me at least, the reason I'm so comfortable saying he was mad is because, well, he just came out and stated that himself. And I also do apologize. It is already Tuesday and we're just now doing the recap for the Colorado-Arizona State game, but there's been so many other videos we've been making on the channel, so I hope you guys can understand. This video's been high on my list, but I've been trying to get the other ones out the way. Rather less though, we're here, we're making it. I don't got time to waste, you don't got time to waste. Let's get straight into it. Real quick, before we get into things, I want to read out this comment that one of you left on the live reaction we did right after the Colorado and Arizona State game. Shout out to the man above. He stated, "This has to be one of the chillest yet funniest dudes on YouTube." That first minute is blank to get through without laughing, LOL. This one of the channels I've recommended on my own a few times, truly deserving of that million mark. It has to happen for this brother. Another great reaction from our brother Matt. Salute to you, bro, and blessings from Texas. Shout out to Texas. Skull Buffs, I know Prime ain't gonna be too happy about this one, but we'll take it. Wow, the only thing I know to say to that comment is number one, thank you to the man above, and number two, thank you for all the kind words. I can't really thank you enough, to be honest. I really appreciate that, and yeah, hope you continue to enjoy the videos from here on out and you keep on rocking with us. We just like to have a good time around here, talk about college football, some other sports here and there, and also talk about Deion Sanders. Thank you again for those kind words, and let's talk about what we really need to talk about. Not too late on your Saturday night, Colorado wrapped up a big win, if you gotta ask me, against Arizona State. They won on pretty much a walk-off field goal, 27-14. Mata doesn't miss, man, he doesn't miss. The field goal kicker that Coach Brown brought over for Jackson State, he made the field goal. Ain't that what they say? They say Mata don't miss, something like that, but you get the point. And I know what everybody's sitting there saying, well, Matt, how are you calling this a big-time win? Arizona State, they suck. They're a bottom feeder in the Pac-12. I agree. Arizona State is awful. They're arguably one of the worst teams in the Pac-12. But to me, at least, this is a big win because it was a must-win. I thought this game was bigger than the Oregon and USC game. Why did I state that in the preview? Because those games didn't really matter. You weren't supposed to win them, and you really had no shot of winning them. The games that matter the most, to me at least in year one for Coach Prime and this coaching staff and this Colorado team, are the games that you're supposed to win, like this one. You got a game where you're a 3 or 4 point favorite, you got a 60% chance to win, you got to get these. These are the games that really matter because when you lose these games, or if you lose games like these, that's when everybody starts to question things. I'll put it this way. Nobody's going to bat an eye when you lose to a top 10 team in USC or Oregon, but where everybody start to pay attention and start to assume some things is if you do lose to a team like Arizona State, if that makes sense. Anyways, getting back on track here with the game, was it pretty? Was it the best ball I've ever seen Colorado play? Heck to the no. I wouldn't go as far as saying it was a slugfest like you see in the SEC or the Big Ten, but it definitely wasn't pretty. I thought Colorado played their B-, if you want to say C+ game, and I thought Arizona State did the same thing. From start to finish, these were two teams that looked even on the field. Colorado couldn't pull away from Arizona State and vice versa. And if you were to ask Coach Prime that, and a lot of these Colorado fans, that shouldn't be the case. This Colorado team should be better than Arizona State. And when it was all said and done, it came down to this. Colorado had the better quarterback, and like I've said time after time after time, more times than not, the better quarterback in a close game is going to be the team and the quarterback that wins the game. Because that's what it's going to come down to. Whoever has the ball last and can make the most clutch plays, and Clutch Shadur came out. He went into what I believe they call quote-unquote Brady mode. And I've already spoken on this, but as to how and why a wide receiver snuck behind the Arizona State defense under 30 seconds to go in the game, I have no idea. Don't even get me started. That's just lackluster and low IQ from the player. But rather less, it happened. Shadur took advantage of it through a great pass, and boom, sets up the game-winning field goal for Mata. Big win, huge win, because if you lose this game, I think a lot of people around that Colorado team, they're pushing the panic button because that's not one, that's not two, but that's 3 straight losses. That does a lot to the team morale in the locker room heading on forward. However, win this game, in which they did, the morale in the locker room is great. Everybody's like, oh yeah, we had a couple bumps in the road with USC and Oregon, but those are great teams. We're back to winning football. We're sitting at 4-2. Everything's looking great. Everything we want to play for and achieve in this season is still right in front of us. And from that standpoint, I think that's how you should view it. It was an essential win. Can't emphasize that enough, but after the game, Deion Sanders had some choice words, and let's just say he wasn't too happy. I'm not going to lie, I was actually shocked that Deion Sanders was this mad about it and was this upset because I didn't think he would be. But it just goes to show you his standards are on a completely different level compared to everybody else's. I'm going to show you what he had to say, and I low-key forgot some of the things he's already said in this because I saw it right after the game and it's Tuesday, so you're going to get my not live reaction, but I guess just my second time seeing it reaction. Let's check it out. Matt wrote a crap.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen this yet. Thank you all for being here. God bless you. Appreciate everything. Wonderful win. Play like hot garbage.
I can't get over that. He said, hey man, wonderful win. Play like hot garbage.
You know, I'm trying to figure this out. Sick of it. I really am. I'm sick of us coming out here and putting forth the effort we put forth in the first half. We've flipped practices. We've had really diligent meetings, and we're trying to figure this out. Trying to figure this out because I'm sick of it. I'm sorry. I'm happy about the win, but I'm not happy in the fashion that we won it in.
All right, last pause. Call me crazy, but I just don't think Colorado played that bad. Don't get my words mistaken. I don't think they played good. I really don't think they played good at all, but I don't think they played as bad as Deion Sanders is talking, but it goes back to this. He expects them to be great, to be elite. That's the bar he holds them to.
We're better than that. We really are better than that, and we got to start showing that. I expect to win, and I expect to win in a better fashion than that. I'm sick of these consistent holes that we're displaying and the penalties and the things that we're doing. We're so much better. I apologize for my anger.
I get what he's saying, but let me ask you guys a question. Do you think Deion Sanders is kind of expecting too much out of this team? He's talking about the penalties, which are mental mistakes. You can clean those up. But outside of that, this Colorado team, they're in their first year. They're rebuilding. I don't know. Maybe I should be right up here with Deion Sanders and criticizing him more, but I just don't see it. Let me know your thoughts down below.
Today, but I don't accept mediocrity. Maybe you do. Maybe you can live with it. Maybe you sleep with it. Maybe you lie with it. Maybe you're comfortable with it, but I'm not. Let's go.
So yeah, there we have it. And I understand him having high expectations for himself, but he's not out there playing. I'm curious. Let me know what y'all think about it. Do you think his expectations should be this high for this team? The only thing I can come up with as to why he's so mad and frustrated is it's got to be number one, the offensive line. They are atrocious. And number two, the defensive line. That was the one thing in the offseason I nailed to a T. I said the offensive line was going to be trash and the defensive line was going to be trash. And yeah, you see it. Offensive line is arguably the worst offensive line in the country. And Deion Sanders even stated this about Shedeur Sanders, quote unquote, he's upset with hit after hit after hit. You think he's happy being the most sacked guy in college football? That's what I think it is. He's just trying to figure out how he can improve that offensive line and defensive line. And I don't think you can improve it this year. I think you got to wait to improve it until the offseason when you can go in the transfer portal and get guys or recruit guys out of high school. And that's why this rebuild, at least in my humble opinion, is going to take a couple of years because sure, you can get all the flashy wide receivers, quarterbacks, and running backs, but it takes a minute to get in those big boys up front. That's really all I got for y'all. I do want to make this a short and sweet video. Let me know your thoughts down below. But